Hey guys, so something brand new just launched from RevAir and I can't wait to show you. RevAir is sponsoring today's video and they sent me their new amplifying hot rollers and I can't wait to give these a try. Let's talk about it. First of all, it comes with everything you'll need for a beautiful roller set, all in this gorgeous heat resistant storage bag. The instructions, of course. You'll get 10 fast heating rollers that come in two sizes, 1.5 inches and 1 3/4 inches. You can create full on volume or soft waves. And look how velvety soft and smooth these rollers are. It's giving high quality. And each roller has its own indicator light that'll turn white when it's ready to use. So you'll know instantly which rollers are properly heated and which need a little more time, ensuring every roll is a success. You also get 10 crease-free claw clips to hold the rollers in place. No dents, no creases, just smooth, polished results. And on top of it, 12 classic U-clips. So you have 2 clip options for how you're able to secure your rollers. You can choose whichever you're most comfortable with. I love these heat-resistant curling gloves that allow you to hold and manipulate the hot rollers comfortably. But what I was even more impressed with was the roller heating base. It's so sleek and minimal, just the right size to fit the rollers and then store away discreetly. All of the accessories that come with the amplifying hot rollers fit perfectly inside the heat-resistant storage bag to be stored away or even travel with. You can tell this was designed with a lot of thought and care. I'm so excited to give these a try. I'm gonna first smooth and stretch my coily hair using the reverse air dryer. You guys know the deal. We're gonna use tension level 7 and heat level high to get our smoothest, most frizz-free results. So in the shower, I thoroughly shampooed and conditioned my hair, then followed with a deep condition for 45 minutes to create a clarified, hydrated, and moisturized base. So my hair is twisted right now because I twist my hair in sections after conditioning to keep my hair sleek and detangled. I'm gonna prep all my sections with a leave-in conditioner followed by an anti-frizz treatment spray. I would usually just do this section by section as I'm drying my hair, but since I'm prepping to ultimately use the new amplifying hot rollers, I wanna make sure my hair is as smooth as possible. If I spray as I go, I risk my dry sections getting wet after they've already been set, and we don't want that. So we're gonna avoid that risk by prepping all the hair all at once before we start drying. Okay, so just a small bit of leave-in conditioner and working that into the section. We don't want to weigh the hair down, so don't use too much, just a little bit to help lock in the moisture. Then I'm grabbing an anti-frizz and anti-humidity spray and spraying this all over and throughout the section. Working the product through the section with a detangling brush, and this is really quick and easy because I already detangled when I deep conditioned in the shower. And then twisting that section of hair back up to keep it detangled, and then wrapping it back into a Bantu knot to make sure it doesn't dry out before we can stretch it dry using the reverse air dryer. Then grabbing another section and repeating. Work in a bit of leave-in conditioner to the section to help smooth and moisturize, spraying the anti-frizz spray all throughout the section, distributing the product through the hair with a detangling brush, then twisting and bantuing the section back up so it remains detangled and damp so we can get the best results possible when we use the reverse air dryer. Now repeat the same process all over your head until all your hair has been prepped. Is doing this in advance and retwisting an extra step? Yes, but it's better than prepping the hair section by section and potentially spraying a section that was already dried, causing it to become frizzy. My preference is to prep in advance, but please do whatever works best for you and the time you can allocate towards this. Okay, so now that all my hair is prepped, all I have to do is dry it using the reverse air dryer. Working from the back to the front, I untwist a section, gently brush the hair out from ends to roots, turn the reverse air dryer on, tension level 7, heat level high, and just allow the machine to gently vacuum suction the hair into the heat producing wand. Just hold the wand at the roots while the reverse air dryer gently draws the moisture out of the hair to smooth and lengthen. And after about 60 seconds with the machine still on, I gently draw the wand downward to release the hair. Now, I usually need between 2 to 3 passes on my reverse air dryer to get my best results. And on my second pass is when I add a smoothing serum. Try to find a smoothing serum that's made to be applied on dry hair so it won't revert the hair when you apply it. I'm spraying the smoothing serum all over the section, brushing the product through the hair, and then inserting the hair back into the reverse air dryer to be dried once more, holding the wand steady at the roots of my hair and counting for 60 seconds before slowly releasing the stretched results. My hair is now smooth and stretched. Don't kill me, but I'm gonna twist it up once more and secure the ends with a clip. Why? Well, the twists help ensure my hair remains smooth and frizz-free, which is ideal for when we install the amplifying hot rollers. So grabbing another wet section and repeating the process. Brushing through the section, inserting the hair into the reverse air dryer, allowing the hair to be vacuum suctioned inside, holding the wand at the roots of my hair and counting to 60, allowing the hair to be smooth, dried, and lengthened. After 60 seconds, gently gently remove the hair from the wand while the machine is still running. Spray a smoothing serum all over the section, then brush the product through. Then reinsert the section of hair into the wand to be dried and stretched for another 60 seconds. Now, this particular section that I'm working on took 3 passes, and I decided to break the section in half to concentrate the drying suction. Every section is different. You might need more than 2 passes. So now that it's smooth and sleek, I just twist up the section and secure the ends with a clip. Now that the first side is all stretched, I'm repeating this exact same process to the second side. Now, normally I would keep these twists in, and I suggest that you do as well. But for the sake of this video, I just want to show you the results of drying my hair with the reverse air dryer. My hair is stretched and smooth and ready for the next step using the new amplifying hot rollers. Okay, so I just plugged the hot rollers in and I press the power button on the roller heating base to get them to heat up. I'll know the rollers are ready to use when the indicator lights on the top of the rollers turn white. All right, so our twists are back in from finishing the reverse air drying. And in case you're curious, I personally like 4 twists in the back and then 2 twists in the front on each side. Now, no, this is not the professional way to section your hair for hot rollers, but it's an easy way to be able to do this at home while staying organized and keeping your sections clean. And look, that was quick. All the indicator lights on my rollers are now white, which means they're ready to use. Starting with the twist in the back and then working towards the front, I'm working 1 twist at a time. I grab 1 twist, unravel it, and part it into 2 even sections. Next, I'm grabbing a finishing spray. This spray will give a medium hold and it doubles as a heat protectant. I spray this all over the section and then brush the product through. It's going to help lock the shape of the roller into my hair while protecting the hair from the heat of the hot rollers. Putting on my heat resistant curling gloves to protect my fingers and grabbing one of the smaller rollers, I begin rolling the hair upwards around the roller. And I'm making sure to use a little tension while I'm rolling to get a better grip and smoother, more defined curls. Now you can roll upwards or downwards, whatever's your preference. I just prefer upwards to give the hair a little extra volume. Then I secure the roller at the roots using one of the crease-free claw clips. Grabbing the second half and repeating the process. Spray the section with the finishing spray, which acts as a heat protectant and holding spray. Brush the product through the section and then smooth the ends of my hair around the roller, rolling it upwards towards the roots. Then I secure the roller at the roots with a crease-free claw clip. So simple and easy. Now just repeat the same process on the next twist. Splitting the section evenly in half, spraying the section with the heat protectant holding spray, brush the product through, and then wrapping the ends of my hair around the roller, rolling it upwards and securing the roller at the roots using the claw clip. Well, it really is that simple. Grabbing the second half and repeating the process. Once you finish rolling those first 2 twisted sections, release 2 more twists in the back and repeat. Split the hair into 2 even parts. Spray the section with a heat protectant holding spray, brush the product through, and then roll the section upwards for volume. Lastly, secure the roller in place using a claw clip. The RevAir amplifying hot rollers come with 10 rollers, and I like to use small sections for tighter curls with more definition, so I will eventually run out of rollers. Once I've run out of rollers, I stop to let the rollers that are currently in my hair cool completely. Allowing the rollers to cool completely is important to help lock the shape of the rollers into the hair, so try not to remove your rollers until they've completely cooled. So now that my rollers are completely cooled, I'm gonna take them out one by one, and then I pin curl each curl to my head. To pin curl, I simply just roll the hair back up following the curl direction that the hot roller just created. And then I lay the curl flat against my head and then pin it. Pin curling the curls to my head helps to set the shape even further so they don't lose their shape while I'm curling the rest of my hair. It also helps to make the curls last longer. So with each roller, I'm releasing the beautiful spiraled curl and then rolling that curl back up into a pin curl, pinning it to my head to help set it and protect it as I continue styling. Now that all the hot rollers are removed and we pin the curls to the head, I'm gonna move on to the remaining twisted sections and continue the process of rolling the hair with the hot rollers. I'm still working from the back to the front and I'm still parting each twist into 2 even sections before I roll. Always rolling the hair upwards and securing the hot rollers at the root using the crease-free claw clips. The section in the front was a bit smaller in density, so I actually didn't part it in half. Instead, I rolled the entire section as one. So I run out of rollers once again. We're gonna allow all the rollers to cool completely. And once they're cooled, we're taking each curl out one by one and pin curling them to the head to help protect the curl. I'm just finishing up my last 4 sections on the top, still rolling upwards and securing each roller with a claw clip. And once I've rolled every single section, I allow the hot rollers to cool. And now that all the rollers are completely cooled, we get to see the fruits of our labor. I'm rubbing a tiny bit of hair oil into my hand so that when I release the pin curl, I can use that bit of oil to smooth any flyaways. I'm releasing each pin curl starting from the bottom and moving up towards the top. The pin curled sections look great. It's time to move on and release the final cooled hot rollers. Now this is where it all comes together. One by one, I'm unwinding each roller and smoothing any flyaways using the tiny bit of oil on my hands. And look at those curls, so nice. And now that all the rollers are out, I'm just gonna carefully and slightly separate the curls just using my fingers. And make sure to add a little bit more hair oil if you need it. Now don't comb the curls out too much with your fingers. We're really just separating them a bit and placing the hair where we want it to stay. And that's it. How cute is this look? Big volume, zero stiffness. A classic, voluminous, and touchable blowout look with lots of natural movement from using the RevAir's air dryer and the new amplifying hot rollers. It's one handy set with endless ways to roll. You can create this full-on glamorous look or do a lazy girl's blowout and just use the hot rollers to refresh an old twist out or blowout. Your routine, your volume, your way. Grab RevAir's new amplifying hot rollers at myrevair.com and save 10% off your order using promo code NATURAL85. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this look and I hope you give it a try. And thank you again to RevAir for sponsoring today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.